What's up, everybody? I'm David Hain. Welcome to episode 116 of the A to D from Addict to Disciple podcast. I appreciate you listening. If you like these episodes, please like, subscribe, follow, and share the link with your friends, or click on the support link in this episode's description. Your donation of any amount could change a life. If you'd like to get our curriculum, you can get the paperback or ebook of From Ashes to Destiny on Amazon. When we come back, we'll get into this episode entitled Planting Seeds. Welcome back to episode 116 of the A to D from Addict to Disciple podcast entitled Planting Seeds. Let's start out by saying, what does planting a seed mean? Well, in today's episode, I'll look at a variety of quotes and definitions for planting a seed. My hope is that a few of the views about planting seeds will resonate with you, and it'll give you something to grow, so to speak. So here we go. My first quote comes from Robert Louis Stevenson, and he said, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." To me, this means I should start each day thinking about what seeds am I planting today? How am I planting them? Where am I planting them? Well, this can help us get off that thought of what we'll gain or harvest or reap today and on to planting seeds. I think it's a great quote for that. And a good first place to check for answers to the questions of what am I planting or how or where is to ask yourself, what are you thinking as you start your day? Do you have negative thoughts that perhaps you need to cast away like casting stones in a lake before you plant them? And what resources do you have available to fill you with positive thoughts instead? And you'd like to plant seeds of positive thoughts. Well, you could turn to friends, some good music, some informative podcasts, a good book, all different places. And remember, and I'll restate the quote by Robert Louis Stevenson, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." And that thought of starting your day planting seeds is also found in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 6. And it says, and I quote, "Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let not your hands be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well." This verse challenges me to keep planting seeds morning and evening, because who knows which ones will succeed. It reminds me that we all have seeds to plant in other people. We can do this through words of encouragement or comfort. We can do this simply by being a good listener, or maybe by being a good neighbor and offering to help someone in whatever they're doing to fill their day. So again, this second quote is, "Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let not your hands be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well." The third quote that I'd like to present today is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he said, "What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." Shaw, I like this one. Too often we may feel that we aren't qualified to share insight or wisdom with someone else because of our past. But this quote says, stay focused on what's inside of you. These are the seeds you have to share. Don't let the wrongs of your past or the uncertainty of your future keep you from planting seeds in yourself and others. And again, I'll repeat Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote, "What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Our next quote comes from Sam Owen, who wrote a book, 500 Relationships and Life Quotes, Bite-Sized Advice for Busy People. Cool title, hey? And the quote that I'm using for today says, "Where you are now is the result of your previous overriding thoughts and actions. Tomorrow is still in the making, so plant good seeds." Yeah. Think about the thoughts you had in the past and the actions that you took as a result of those thoughts. Can you see how the result was placing you exactly in the situation, circumstances, or relationship you're in today? Well, here Samone reminds us that our tomorrow is in the making, so plant good seeds. And this is great motivation for us, because the good seeds that we plant today will grow. They will take root to be a tree of our future. So again, what Sam Owen said was, where you are now is the result of your previous overriding thoughts and actions. Tomorrow is still in the making, so plant good seeds. The next quote I'd like to present is an old Chinese proverb, and it says, "All the flowers of all the tomorrows are in the seeds of today." That's deep and simple at the same time. So yes, by planting good seeds, positive seeds today, your tomorrows will be filled with gardens full of beautifully blossoming flowers. And I want to challenge you here to think, what would you like to see in your garden? Because remember, all the flowers of all the tomorrows are in the seeds of today. Oprah Winfrey instructs us in a quote which says, "Whatever our dreams, ideas, or projects, we plant a seed, nurture it, and then reap the fruits of our labor." Here she lets us know that our dreams and projects and every one of our ideas is a seed for us to plant and nurture. Can you expand your seed planting every morning to include time to write down your ideas and dreams? By writing them down, you'll be planting them in a book or journal that you can go back to, meditate on, reflect on, and expand on if necessary. This reflection will allow you to be nurturing growth in those ideas and dreams. They'll begin to take root. They might even begin to bud and grow as you begin to plan them as action and projects. But I can't go on without saying some of the things that I hear from a lot of the guys that I work with about their ideas and their dreams. Because they tell me that when they share their ideas with friends or family or even their coaches or counselors or mentors, that their ideas get shot down. One guy told me recently, "It seems like everyone is eager to throw the dirt of my past on my hopes and dreams." Sure, that's a tough situation. But I want to encourage each of you to find hope in the words of Canadian-based Zimbabwean author and philosopher Matshona Dlewayu. And he said, "Be like seeds. Do not see dirt thrown at you as your enemy, but as ground to grow." Sure, I love that one. I want to encourage you each to see the dirt thrown by others as the ground you need to grow. And maybe even see it as fertilizer on top of the ground too. And that you'll begin to believe that what they mean for bad can be turned to the good. And it's up to our perspective to not see this ground, this dirt they're throwing as our enemy and feel we need to defend and explain ourselves, but as the very ground our ideas need to grow. And a second quote by this same philosopher says, "A seed needs neither fear light nor darkness, but uses both to grow." Can you get that? A seed doesn't fear light or darkness. It uses both to grow. So no matter how dark your current situation, remember that seeds are underground and they grow in the dark. So again, it's all about our perspective of how we see our dark times and how we see the dirt. In closing, I'd like to use a song by Nemo that was written by Nemo and Daniel Namoud, and it's called Planting Seeds. And I'm just going to give you the lyrics from the chorus. Here goes. "I spent a long time running. I never knew then what I now know, that the fruits, they always comin', but you can't go around just knocking them down. It takes a long time to showin'. We plant the seeds then, and when we look at them now, but the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around." Can you hear that? We plant the seeds then, and we look at them now, but the roots are always growing. So are you ready to grow some roots? Are you ready to start planting seeds? Thanks for listening to this episode of the A to D From Addict to Disciple podcast. If you would like to join an online group or get one-on-one counseling to help you begin planting seeds, please message me on the link in this podcast or by email at davidfromatod@gmail.com, or go to my website www.fromatod.org and click on the contact page. You can keep in touch with what we're doing in From A to D by following me on Instagram at David From A to D. Tune in Monday for our next episode, and as always, stay safe and stay strong.